So we got the movie Jurassic World Dominion. Now I apologize for this review that's coming a little bit late. I was definitely sick last weekend, so I couldn't go, even though if I wanted to, I had to take medicine just to feel okay. And with regulations and with COVID and stuff, it wasn't the right decision to go to the theaters. So I do apologize. Now I thought this movie was called Domination because I've been playing a little bit too much Call of Duty lately, so that is a game mode in Call of Duty, but it's called Dominion, so no. Is this movie worth going in IMAX? I don't know, probably maybe. I mean, if you love the new trilogy or the old trilogy, because in the trailers you see that there's some returning characters, so if you like that, then yeah, IMAX would be the great way to go. If you love this franchise in general, not just the new trilogy, but this whole thing, and some of the dinosaurs, which basically all the dinosaurs, but they definitely take a back seat, especially in this movie. I mean, the sound effects were absolutely effective and cool. There's some chase sequences where the IMAX is definitely put to good use. I'm sitting there in my IMAX theater in IMAX watching this movie and I'm like, whoa, raptors, Jurassic, like T-Rex, Gigasaurus. It's like some IMAX scenes, especially the sound is, I mean, more, yeah, the screen is cool, but like more of the sound effects with this, if you liked it. I mean, probably regular people, you probably already saw it, or regular format's cool. I know they're still taking up a lot of IMAX screenings this weekend, especially in my area. I live in Chicago, Illinois, so disclaimer, guys, I only watched the new trilogy. So the 2015 and 2018, I never watched the 1990s. I think I was too little, but I remember like my old days when I used to go to the 2015 opening of Jurassic World. Like I had an ex-girlfriend, it was a hot day, it was amazing, like I had a good time. I remember everything. The theater, we went to Olive Garden, but we didn't work out, so it's okay. But I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I never really liked dinosaurs. Like I'm just a not dinosaurs type of guy. All my high school classes, even my college classes, like I failed most of them, and like I quit some of them. Like I don't care anything about dinosaurs, bones, or like the human anatomy. In terms of bones, like I get it, I care about health, but it's just like in terms of dinosaurs, paleontology, anthology, it's like I just don't care. Like I just want you to know, because I'm gonna review this we're gonna talk about this. I just want you to know where I'm coming from, because I absolutely do not care about dinosaurs. They're cool in terms of the context of a movie, because first and foremost it is a movie, so there's probably other elements to it. But in terms of like, do I think of my day as dinosaurs? Like no, absolutely not. Like I didn't even go watch Fallen Kingdom 2018 when it first came out. Like I literally watched that on Amazon Prime like a week ago. I'm not gonna bash this movie, but I'm just being honest. So we still have returning characters reprising their roles as Chris Pratt as Owen Grady, Bryce Dallas Howard. By the way, she is utterly perfection. Definitely love redheads. I wish I could have one in my life. Maybe later. She is beautiful. As Claire Deary, and Isabella Sermon as Mace Lockwood, which she now lives with them. If in the second movie, if you remember, Owen Grady, Chris Pratt was trying to build this like fence with like wood and stuff. It's actually built now, and she lives with them, so it takes place in like the winter time. And one thing that I really love and find it interesting, but kind of weird, but absolutely like not that weird, Mace Lockwood's character, she is like London or British, because on the second movie they take her from I guess the Fallen Kingdom is like destroys. Claire and Owen are both like American, so the way they talk is American, but I love how she talks because it's an interesting dynamic. I mean, I thought it was brilliant what they did. She's just like, you can't keep me here, you're not my mother. And I love how every scene, I feel like every scene she talks, she has this American, English, British, and it's so thick accent, which I absolutely adore, and that kept me going, because I'm just like, whoa, like that is like, I mean, I like accents like that, but in terms of this movie, I just thought that was funny because you have two American parents with this little girl that has a different accent, and they're trying to nurture her. I don't know, I just thought, I was like, okay, this is kind of funny. Basically, the movie opens up with this chase sequence. Bryce Dallas Howard as Claire. She also is with Daniela Pineda, the girl from the second movie, as Justice Smith, the guy from the second movie. They're trying to save some animals or dinosaurs from this plant that's mistreating them and documenting them towards the news, but things don't go according to plan, and it's probably not the way to go about it anymore. Omar Sy also makes brief cameo appearances, but they don't, all three of them don't even stick around. They all get, even in total, like maximum 10 minutes. They help the protagonists out forward, but it's nice to see old faces back in from 2015's and 2018's Jurassic World movies, but they don't really stick around. Now, that was like the first 30 minutes. Mace gets kidnapped by Bison. Bison, if you don't know, it's a secret organization. I wouldn't say secret, I mean, they're out in the public. They're trying to make the public look good, that they're trying to nurture these dinosaurs. They're trying to use their DNA, their coding to help the human population cure Alzheimer's disease, cancer. Like, they're trying to just help them with the dinosaur DNA, the blood. Now, I would say this is probably the antagonist, because this is a corporation that's corrupted, and the head is played by Campbell Scott. If you don't know who Campbell Scott is, especially when it comes in the movie, he has like white hair. He's like, here at Bison, you can be safe and trusted that all of our technology are used to help the human species out forward. She gets locked up there because Blue, you know, the raptor from the second movie and the first movie, she has a little girl. Now she can reproduce on her own, as we learn later in the film, changing her DNA, but Mace Lockwood is like, they took Mace Lockwood, the real daughter, the real kid, as well as Beta, which is the real baby of Blue. So they took the kids to experiment on them so they can help like rewrite some mistakes they made. You know the deal. Jurassic World movies, they need them to take them. The protagonist gets involved, so on and so forth. So just to let you know, I don't want to ruin anything, and you probably already saw it because this review is a little bit late. They enlist the help of Kayla Watts, which is played by DeWanda Weiss, which sticks around to help them out in the group of saving their daughter. Yeah, we get some cool drama sequences, some action sequences, some chase sequences, even some black market stuff with like with Omar Sy's character. There's a lot of speed bikes, there's a lot of cars in this deserted place. They're trying to figure out information where their daughter is, and this is another cool thing why I saw it in IMAX, because I'm gonna put a picture on screen when Owen is getting chased by raptors or other enemies or other dinosaurs. He's looking to the left, he's looking to the right, and that's when I thought the IMAX really took full effect sound. I mean, yeah, in IMAX it's crazy, you can see everything, but in terms of sound, you really hear a lot. Sometimes it was a little bit too loud. I mean, I guess it's not too loud, especially the movie theater that I went, and I liked it in IMAX. I was like, okay, this is pretty cool, this is pretty thrilling. I'm like, whoa. So they try to get to Bison to try to get their daughter back. So while this is happening up to like, I want to say the 75% of the film. So while this is happening, simultaneously we have the old cast of returning characters from the old trilogy, some such as Sam Neill, Lara, and Jeff are already trying to be at Bison and are at Bison trying to uncover the deepest, darkest secrets, because for some reason some of these crops that are from Iowa all the way to Texas are disappearing. And guess what? The farmers who plant them are not using bison seeds. So they're trying to figure out, oh, where these bugs come from. Like, this is like a big deal. Like, the whole food chain will collapse. So we have the new trilogy coming to Bison to get their daughter back, and Beta, and we have the old cast of returning characters from the old trilogy coming up as well at Bison to try to like uncover these things. So you know they're all gonna meet, right? Both of the groups cross at a juncture in the movie, but kind of feels underwhelming at that time. Now, let me just say this. I never watched the old trilogy, so it might feel underwhelming to me. Like, I'm just like, maybe it could have been because I didn't have enough experience with the old trilogy. Like, I should have saw those movies. Like, maybe I don't really have connected to them. I don't know. I just felt like once they met, it was 75% of the movie, and then 25 is just like the ending, which I'm just like, why didn't they meet earlier? Like, this is supposed to be like the final big finale. Just like, I don't know. I wouldn't say gonna say this is kind of a disappointment, just like Rise of Skywalker was, which I'm not comparing apples to apples, but the thing about it, they do have the same thing. Old characters, new characters coming in, stopping evil. Oh no, they gotta go away. Like, that's it. No, they could have probably met earlier. I don't know. It was kind of meaningful. I mean, they have some nice talks, some nice banters, but they only have like 3 lines of dialogue. Oh, you used to work at Jurassic World, and then Claire looks around because she was like the advisor. She was like the main head honcho of that place, so she looks around, but then she looks back because they only have like a few lines of dialogue. The guy's like, oh, you're on Greta, you train raptors, and I thought it was probably a missed opportunity for the movie not to dwell in that dynamic forward. Like, yes, I get it. A lot of people are gonna already say, oh, Jess, like, this movie's supposed to be about dinosaurs out in the wild, more dinosaurs, more this. Like, I get that, and I think this is why I actually kind of was okay with the movie, because it dealt with the human aspect first and foremost, especially the relationships and the romances. I wanted to see if they really ended up together, like the romances. Like, you guys know me, like, to me, what matters most is about the people, about the romances. Like, I get it, a lot of people like dinosaurs, but remember when I said earlier, I don't like dinosaurs, so to me, this movie kind of did work because of the human aspect. Now, yes, they could have went a little bit deeper, but I don't know why they didn't. Basically, they met up. Hey, how you doing? Like, we're the old cast, new cast, there's some new characters. Like, we have to leave Bison because it's gonna destroy. Like, no, like, that's basically it. And like, I don't know, like, yeah, it's a little disappointing because you're thinking, oh, it's supposed to be Avengers team up. I remember when I saw glimpses of it, it's like supposed to be the best. Could have referenced, hey, you used to work at Jurassic Park, Jurassic World, how was it? Like, how did it go bad? Like, maybe some more dialogue between the characters, but no, they have to plot to their escape. I don't know, like I said, I feel like people might find this disappointing because there's not a lot of like dinosaurs. I mean, yeah, there's a cool fight sequence between some dinosaurs at the end, but that does only like last like 5 minutes. Thought it was okay. I mean, I really like the relationship first and foremost. But honestly, guys, I'm gonna give this movie a C+. Like, I like the human aspect more than the dinosaurs. I mean, yeah, they kind of put dinosaurs in the back seat, but I mean, I don't mean to be rude, but I did have fun with it. But in terms of movie and like critics and being with you guys, I'm still your man. I will never be a full-time critic like that. I'm still gonna be on your side. It just did feel disappointing because I know Jurassic World is for like dinosaur lovers, and I'm not one of them. I love the human aspect, and I love like the romances, like, to be honest with you. All right, guys, that's gonna be everything for me today. Hope you have a great day. Let me know if you never need anything. If you haven't already, please consider hitting that subscribe button and staying up to date for the movie news and information. Take care.